If I wanted more money, I'd be making mukbangs, honey.
You are a disrespectful piece of...
Hello and welcome. Today we're gonna make Amberlynn Lies Part 3. Either things that she lied about or the things I just absolutely do not believe. And don't you worry, I'll read everything that needs to be read so you can listen to it as a form of a podcast if you wish. But without further ado, let's go.
Because I can tell you guys firsthand that I've never had like super high blood pressure. It's always been like right at that teetering point where some doctors think I should take medicine, some doctors don't think I should. But ever since I've lost 75 pounds, I don't have high blood pressure like at all. It's not even at that teetering point. It's usually always normal. Promoting obesity, and I'm not. I'm just trying to promote like love yourself no matter what while you're trying to better yourself. But it's like, don't be this person. Like, it's not good. And I know I have high blood pressure because my eating habits and because I'm morbidly obese, and I haven't been tested for diabetes or, you know, cholesterol or whatever in a while. So I don't know. But 18 is when it was at its peak. When I stayed in the bed most of the time, my leg was hurting really bad. Like, had no idea what was causing it. And that is when it was literally at its peak. 2019 is when it slowly stopped because my leg wasn't hurting as bad. And I was, during that time when my leg stopped hurting, that is when my lymphedema got really bad. Broccoli and potato. Not at all.
No.
Oh my god. That does not make sense. Show the SpongeBob tattoo. Oh, you're.
I did.
I thought you were seeing if you were weird looking right there.
The last time she was on a mattress on the floor, she was immobile. That's also not true.
I'm not on a mattress. I'm on a fucking couch.
And even back then, when you were bedridden, she was still getting up and going to the bathroom by herself. So
I wasn't.
There was never not a time where you could not move on your own. Is what I'm saying.
Careful of Moderna.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Be nice to her. I'm not bedridden. Oh my god.
I let it go.
I don't know.
They're just playing. Y'all are playing. Good jokes. Good jokes.
Now that you have lost some weight and you talk a lot about 2019 being the hardest year, can you tell us some things that you haven't told us before about being at your heaviest weight? Oh boy. There's quite a few things that I could tell you guys, but I'm not sure if I'm comfy enough doing that. But there's one thing that to me, okay, no, there's two things. There's two things I'm gonna tell you that to me like should have been a wake-up call besides me getting diagnosed with cancer. The first thing is, it's pretty bad, but not as bad as the other thing I'm about to tell you guys, which I don't even know, should I tell you guys this? Ew. So the first thing is, which this has been on my mind lately actually, because in bed now, like I'm rolling around, I'm plopping, jumping, like I'm just like, I feel like a completely different person. It is so weird. And I know I'm down only like 80 plus pounds, but it feels like I'm down a couple hundred. And I know a lot of people are like, how come you act like you've lost so much weight when you haven't? It's just how it feels. It's literally how it feels. It's so very non-scale victory. Like, okay, yeah, cool. I'm down over 80 pounds, which feels fucking amazing, but it feels like I'm down like 300. Like, it is so weird. Potatoes, the one before that, I don't remember what it was actually, but I don't sit there and just eat huge quantities of food. What I do eat though is what I would eat off a camera as well. So it's just another way for me to get some content for you guys and videos that you do enjoy. Sorry for rambling and not paying attention to the chat. Are you enjoying lives more than vlogging? Love you. I think currently I'm enjoying them more, mainly because like, I don't know, my life right now is kind of like hectic in a way. Like, I'm either packing, going through stuff, selling things, or I am like at my friend's house doing things with them where they don't want to be on YouTube at all. So it's been kind of like hard. It's just, the whole thing's been really hard. Was that the emotional side of your videos are a call to destiny? I don't know what that means. My videos, I'm gonna be real right now. My videos have nothing to do with Destiny in any shape or form. I don't know why people are so hung up that I still love her when, one, I never talk about her on camera or anything like that. I just think that's so crazy to me that like I can't still have a friendship with an ex, but I see all these other YouTubers who do, and it's totally fine. They're like hanging out with their exes, having the time of their life, and like everyone's totally fine with it. But like when me and Destiny are still friends, like people have such a big issue and they're like, oh my god, Amberlynn's still in love, oh my god, it's so weird that they're hanging out. Like, it's so double standard and it makes no sense. No one's in love with anyone. Dana and Destiny are in love, Becky and I are in love, and that's it. You sort of feel is, are you still in love with Destiny? No, I'm not in love with Destiny. I would not go into another relationship while still being in love with an ex. That's stupid. That's just setting you up for all kinds of drama and things that you just don't want. So no, I'm not still in love with Destiny. I love Destiny as a person. I'll always love Destiny, not in the way that you guys want to make it seem though. I care for her. She's someone that I'm extremely close to, and like that's always going to be like that. Becky loves Destiny, you know, it's that type of love. It's like a friendship love, like how I love Eric. Next question is, do you want to be and you hate Dana? Both of those things are completely false. I do love them both as friends. When I have friends, I do love them and I care for them a lot. But no, I don't hate Dana, and no, I'm not in love with Destiny. You do a little tea spilling here, and Destiny doesn't even know this, so I'm sure you guys will message her. So when I first got with Becky, I was very open about everything that I was feeling, what I've been through. That's just the type of person I am. I'm very transparent, especially if I'm fixing to be in a relationship. I want to say probably upwards to a year and a half after Destiny and I broke up, I was still in love with her. I was able to separate that though from the love that I felt for Becky. One can just kind of rip that away from you and completely take that from you. And I feel like that's what Destiny did. We had so much planned. And I am so in love with her still. And I want her to know that, like I've told her, that I will never give up. I will never give up on her. I will try everything in my power to fix whatever is going on with her, and I will be there for her. And some of you are like, some of you knew that we broke up.
Amberlynn, hot to the tongue. That's what I'm gonna start saying from now on. So, as you guys can see, I'm eating takeout food. I eat takeout 1 to 3 times a day. 3 seems excessive, but there are times where I'll order just like a bubble tea. Oh my god, bubble teas are so good. But just get like a bubble tea with no like food or anything. So that does happen. And I do consider that like takeout, obviously. I know it's just tea, but it's still takeout. So
but I do have a question for you about your intentions, because in the past you have mentioned that you sometimes troll. And I'm wondering if you think you're more genuine these days, or do you still troll a little bit? Thank you so much.
I, without a doubt, have always admitted that in the past I trolled a lot, and it was just to add some humor to my channel. And obviously I wanted views. I wanted to be able to use YouTube as my job. Like I wanted that sort of attention at the time, and I never wanted to troll in any harming way. So I definitely never did. It was always just like stupid stuff, like I want to marry orange chicken. Like, come on now.
You guys know I love orange chicken. I love the Cheesecake Factory. Like, orange chicken is, I think, my soulmate. And I
feel like I could marry orange chicken. I know that's scary to some people, and I think it's wrong that people can't marry food pretty much, because I would marry orange chicken every day and I would eat it every day. I would wake up every day and fall in love with it all over again and just kind of experience the love I have for it every day, every minute. I don't even know if I would sleep, to be honest. I love it so much. I like the texture. And the thing is though, you guys, it's not the orange chicken from everywhere. It has to purely just be from the Cheesecake Factory. I have tried other orange chicken before and I just don't like it. It's just not that good. So the orange chicken at the Cheesecake Factory is just, it's amazing. It is the right texture, the right flavor. There's some vegetables with it and has tons of rice. And I wanted to do an orange chicken mukbang because I want you guys to see the love I have. This video is going to be very short because I like to eat it really, really, really fast, because I don't want anyone coming up from behind me or the side of me trying to take my orange chicken. Are you guys ready? We have orange chicken. I am so I'm kind of in amazement with how good it smells. You can tell that the orange zest is completely from the earth. Captain Crunch's berry kind. It is past 3 a.m. and I haven't eaten all day. Such a bad habit. So there's just a little bit more. Oop. I don't really like that like dust part. You know, at the end of a box, or you guys can't really see my head. I'm trying to show this mainly, but it's like hard. But you know, like the end, like all that little dusty stuff. Ugh.
Okay, so first things first, I do not believe most of Amberlynn's trolling at all. Sure, the orange chicken is very obvious. Other than that, I believe she covers up her bad decisions and big mistakes with saying she was trolling. Just like with a massive cereal bowl or saying she was diagnosed with ASMR, blaming it on a bad tweet. I do not believe any of it. She thinks we are stupid, and she can get out of embarrassing situation blaming it on trolling. Homie, I don't think so. When was she last time generally trolled? When did she actually do it? FBI Frank? Nah, she still says that's true. What, eating 6,000 calories a day? Or when you said you fake cried when Becky proposed? Or that you had a crush on your ex-roommate? Girl, the only one you're trolling is yourself.
No. But nowadays, yes, I am without a doubt more genuine. I've always clearly had a genuine side of me. Always. Throughout every single year that I've been on YouTube, every single video, there's always been a genuine side of me. I've always shown that. I just feel like now, you know, trolling isn't worth it, because I realized that instead of people finding humor in it, it just created a bad taste in people's mouths, which is really unfortunate, because I was never trying to create a community that hated me because I trolled. And I don't want that anymore. I gotta be honest, now I'm afraid to be silly, to be myself, to say and do stupid things. That's who I am. That is who I am as a whole, without trolling. And I just feel like because of my past and my troll era, like no one really takes me seriously. I had a vlog recently where the whole thing was just like total genuine, and people were saying how the whole thing was a troll. And I'm just like, ooh. We're at a time where if you think I'm trolling, maybe it's because you want me to be. Because I feel like I'm so detached from old Amberlynn and like who I used to be and the ways that I would go about my YouTube channel. is like so different now. While still filming the same content, I just feel like I'm more genuine. I am trying to open up more, and I'm trying to show less of like the freak show aspects of what people have always wanted to see. It's just in the past, I just felt so like I had to be like this trolly freak show version of myself, because I felt like that's what got me the more views. That's what it seemed like my audience wanted. And it's just really confusing now, because it's like people are like, we don't want that, we don't want that. But then it's like in the past when I would do that, that's what people would enjoy and what they would click on and stuff. So we are currently in a stage here where I am trying to transform my channel into something different. And it's been really hard, because I feel like just because I'm detached with who I used to be doesn't mean like everyone else is. Everyone still brings up old Amberlynn, old past situations, who I used to be, etc., etc. And it's really hard. And it's been really hard for me to grow and move on, honestly. Thank you.
Always a genuine side of you, and you think your trolling is the reason your community dislikes you and doesn't trust you, and not the mountain of lies that you have been spewing and never addressed, never apologized for properly? She must be from another planet. There's no way somebody can be this oblivious and delusional. And she is so detached from the old Amberlynn. Sure, harms lies, but you have a platform. You have responsibility. People don't magically forget. You can't just move on without addressing things. She wants to have the change, the new community, in a snap, but does not realize that what is going on her channel is the result of everything that she has put into it. Her channel now, her reputation, is all created by her, and she refuses to accept that, acknowledge that, and change that, and will never move on from the hater community as she speaks, unless she takes those steps first.
No one would ever guess about you. So I feel like looking at me, you see an obese person, obviously, so you think I never did things in my life. But when I was younger, I played softball, I played soccer, and I was a dancer. To me, the dancing part is more like closer to my heart, because I was in love with dancing. I honestly thought I was going to make a career of it. I choreographed, I hate that word. I choreographed dances for myself to do talent shows, which I won every single one I ever did. I choreographed dances for other people. I know, right? So insane. So they could do them at talent shows. And they won, first places. They did, won second places and stuff like that. I was also in a dance group. It was called Space, and SPACE, but it all stood for something which I'm not remembering at the moment. And I would do dances in front of gigantic crowds, and I miss all that. And by looking at me, I don't think you would have ever guessed that, because looking at me, you probably assume I'm just a lump on a log. Ice skating, when I was younger, I actually rollerbladed and ice skated, and I was obsessed. I was very active as a young girl. I know it's probably hard to believe. Like, I did swimming, I loved to swim. I actually played softball and soccer. I did the whole 9 yards. Like, dancing was everything to me. It was actually my passion. I was in a dance group, and I would do talent shows, and I would always dance, and that active part of me is like no longer. Hi. When did you?
From somebody who would like to remain anonymous. This is from Reddit, so I really don't have a way of checking it out properly, verifying it even. I just felt like I needed to speak on this because the lies and bragging she was saying is ridiculous. I honestly haven't even thought of Amber in decades, and at this point, but for some reason, a video called Dancerlyn showed up, and I immediately recognized her, and so I clicked and watched it. I'm mind blown over that she said, and I'm confused because she was never a dancer, at least for Space. Let's get some facts out of the way. Space was not a dance group, but a company and an education center in Yucca, CA. There was many groups, various ages within Space. Amber was never on an official team, and the only reason we interacted was because she was involved with volunteering and would come to our competitions and pass out water and cheer for us from the side. 3. If you haven't guessed, she never choreographed any dances for my group or Space, and she sure didn't win us any competitions. She could have for other companies or groups because I know she was in foster care. She left Space after 6 months or so. Space was very supportive of foster kids and underprivileged children and would invite them to be part of dance groups. I remember Amber so well because Tracy, who was our instructor at the time, tried to include her and get her to join groups, but Amber would often throw tantrums and sit on the sidelines crying. I tried not to judge, but it was hard not to when her temperament wasn't on the same level as us in the 9-12 age range groups. And of course, Amber would not be herself without a snarky remark. I'm crying. Do you have proof you danced? Where's the proof? She didn't. Oh my gosh. I also don't have proof that I was in a soccer or softball even. So I had medals for those at one point. When I left foster care, I had a total of 3 outfits to my name and nothing else. Everything is either stolen or lost, or you have to hurry and leave where you're living and you never get your shit back. And here are some screenshots that she provides as proof from her mom and a staff member, which I'm not sure how much of a proof that is, nor do I care. I think she's just really embellishing it. She was probably just maybe a little dancer on the side. I doubt that she won any competitions. It seems so improbable, so ridiculous, and I don't see why she's clinging onto this lie in particular. It's so silly.
On that video, like, I was like, fine. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just enjoying my day. Like, yeah, I've ate over 6,000 calories, but like, who cares? No, I woke up feeling completely different. That's just exactly what I mean when it comes to like when the binge is possessing me. Oh, who cares? It's not that big of a deal. It's just 6,000 calories. I'll just get back on it tomorrow. Like, no, that's not really what I'm thinking. That's just what the binge monster is thinking. And I know a lot of people who binge, they completely understand. Like, I woke up swollen, I'm lethargic, I don't want to walk, my feet are more sore than ever, I feel miserable, and it's like every day I would eat like that, you know. That's just my life as someone who almost weighs 500 pounds. That's how much you eat every day, you know, like 6,000 calories, and it's just like I don't want to wake up and feel that way anymore. Becky had an appointment today, and I stayed home because me and Becky agreed that we don't want to leave Eric alone just in case he needs help with something. But I knew she was going to be near Starbucks, and I was like, will you get me a water from Starbucks? I called her. She was like, a water? What? And I was like, yeah, I really want to just drink their ice water out of their cup. And she was like, okay. It was really weird. Are you able to shower on your own now? I've always been able to shower on my own, except for after surgery. Blech. Becky were like, what the? 3 boxes. I only ordered 2 things, so I don't know what this is. Okay, so I ordered crab rangoon. Ooh, yum. I'm so confused what I got. And then I ordered some fried rice. It's supposed to be just like their famous, I think it said famous fried rice bowl. Oh, I remember now. Your fried Oreos.
Oh yeah.
Becky wanted fried Oreos. All right. This is what a fried Oreo looks like if anyone's been curious, because I have never heard of a fried Oreo in my life. What? Oh my. I think I've noticed something else. I really don't think I chew and eat this fast. I mean, I eat and chew fast, like off camera, but I think I do it even faster when I do a mukbang, because I feel like that awkward silence while I'm chewing is awkward. And I want to hurry up, chew, swallow so I can talk again. I think I figured that out. Where I cannot edit at all, and I'm the biggest editor ever. When I'm doing my vlogs or when I'm just making any type of video at all, I will edit the crap out of it. I
take out pauses, random sentences that I just cannot stop saying, boring things like me saying like or so. I take out just big chunks. Normally a video that's about 10 minutes long was naturally about 20. So that kind of shows how much I do take out. But irritated, but you know what? Work comes first. Colleen's making something in the microwave, but I wanted to show you guys. Remember yesterday I had a little Amazon haul. This does fit. Yes, it does. Now, let me get you guys closer. I was worried it wasn't gonna fit me, but it does. Oh, she's sliding. Oh my gosh, I knew that was gonna happen. Feline actually just bought a bunch of clothes and gave me a little modeling sesh. And here's my modeling sesh for you guys. Just, I don't know, it doesn't really go with my decor, but it is an option. And then I have this one pulled up, and there is other.
Already, I don't know if you can see them behind me. And I'm still just like, I'm gonna have one last hurrah, which is insane to me. I have a like itch on my forehead. I don't want to take off my foundation, but that's insane to me that I'm still like, oh, I'm gonna have one last hurrah. Like every day is a hurrah for me. Like I need to like shape up. But I just figured this video, I can show you guys everything that I eat today, which is gonna be pretty bad. So that's a warning already. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate, but I do anyways, no matter what. I am here to be honest during all of this. This is what I'm here for. I'm not here to make people understand the way I think. I'm not here to make people understand my disorder. I'm not here to make people understand anything. I'm here to just show. I'm here to show you what I am struggling with, usually behind the camera by myself. My thought process for today is I'm just gonna eat whatever I want. And that's bad because I know tomorrow I'm gonna wake up feeling the exact same way. I'm gonna have this like numbness / guilt. My feet are gonna hurt. I'm gonna be swollen. My hands are gonna be swollen. My face is super swollen. Like I'm gonna feel these things. But then I'm like, oh, but tomorrow is Monday. It's a new day. It's a good, way to start fresh. It's like every day. And I get so many messages every single day where people are like, I'm the same way. I'll do the same thing. I'll wake up and be like, you know what, actually tomorrow I'll start over. I didn't realize how common that was and how many messages I've been getting where people are the same exact way. So it makes me feel better that I'm not alone, but it makes me feel bad that also people are struggling with the same thing that I'm struggling with because it's so uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable feeling. But anyways, I'm gonna show you guys everything that I eat today. So I know right now I am really hungry, and I'm gonna eat some leftovers from yesterday. Becky has like hecka leftovers and she said that we can share it, so we're gonna share some of her leftovers. And I know later today I'm going to a birthday party and I'll just like take pictures of everything I eat because I'm not gonna film there. I'm gonna take pictures of everything I eat. And then,
do you actually think you're gonna lose weight, or is this just going to be another fail? And in Amberlynn snarky fashion, she said, I've never failed. Failure means you gave up. I've never given up. I've always tried. I've always gotten back up, no matter how exhausting it got. But to answer your inconsiderate question, this is the last time I'm going to try, because this time I'm going to succeed fully. Okay, Burb. Okay, girl. All right, sure. Year after year, you make the same as New Year's resolutions, but you've never failed? Is it that difficult to admit that you have failed? Is she lying to us or is she lying to herself? This one is just threw me off.
Some soup. Yeah. Not homemade soup. I'm not in it to win it today. But I think starting tomorrow, we're gonna stop the takeout constantly because we have takeout pretty much daily. You guys see that. So starting tomorrow, we're gonna start lessening the takeout drastically because we know how to cook. And for some reason, I always enjoy the food we make so much more than takeout, but it's just like takeout is just there, you know? I don't know how to explain it.
Convenient.
Mm-hmm. Convenient. But I'm gonna enjoy this. So I physically cannot answer them all. First question is, would you say yes if Becky proposed? Will you be happily married if you said yes? Okay, so shh, don't tell anyone. But Becky and I are talking about marriage, and if she proposed to me, I would cry. I would be so happy, and yes, I would be happily married to her. Like, even just thinking about like her being my wife is just like it like makes me feel a certain type of way that like in my chest, that's like just a good feeling that I just can't even explain. Have you begun? I'm engaged, so that is an actual situation. I am shook to the core. It was so special, and it was totally Becky, the way she.
Do you guys like meatballs? For me, it depends on the brand. Or, how it's cooked. I'm kind of picky with them. But these were good. So yeah, I devoured that. I just feel like if I sat here and chewed super slow and like talked a lot, this video would be like 3 hours long. I really don't want to bore anybody. Not my intention. So yeah.
Has been for over 8 years now. So I wanted my psychologist to know what I do on YouTube, and I needed to know like what she thought of eating on camera. Like, is this going to be bad for my recovery? So I was completely honest with her about everything. I told her the ways that watching mukbangs is triggering for me. If I'm sitting at home watching a mukbang, it makes me want to binge. 9 times out of 10, I'm craving the food that I'm watching these people eat. So it's triggering for me. But filming mukbangs does the opposite effect. I'm more cautious about what I'm eating. I eat slower. I'm more aware of my food and how it tastes because I have to talk to you guys about it. I eat slower. It's helpful to me. And I've explained that filming mukbangs is helpful to me. I've explained this multiple times. And if I was to be eating this meal, like without filming it, I'd maybe have like 2 left. I'd be almost done. I wouldn't be like enjoying it as much because I would just be like stuffing my face. I don't know how to explain it, but long story short, my psychologist supports me filming mukbangs. If you did go back to college, like what would you do, etc., etc. So if you guys don't know, I actually did go to college. I only completed a year. So let me explain. I initially went to college because I wanted to be a teacher. It's something I wanted to do a lot. Like tendencies, then you are in fact a narcissist. No, that's literally not how it works. Okay, so this last one kind of goes hand in hand, why I don't vlog as much versus why do I ride a scooter in Walmart and why do I sit in the car when Destiny goes in the store a lot. It's because I can't breathe. No. I've gotten to the point in my life, and since I've gained so much weight, everything is hard. People ask if showering is hard. Yes. People ask if I can wear a seatbelt. No, they don't fit me. People ask if going up the stairs is hard. Yes. People ask, why do I ride a freaking Walmart cart? Not only is it my foot, that is the 100% truth. I do have either a heel spur or a plantar, whatever. I have not gone to a doctor for it, but it's also because I get so winded so fast, and it's because of my weight. I wrote down, I have moments where I care, moments where I don't, almost as if I want food more than I want to lose weight. Then I have immediate regret. So what I meant by that is, I'm not even kidding. I reached over 500 pounds today, and I didn't care. There's something wrong with that. There's something very scary about that. Why don't I care? There are people who reach 180 pounds and care. Why don't I care that I'm half of 1,000 pounds? Why don't I care? I feel like a lot of the time I stop focusing so much on the bad things that can happen to me while being morbidly obese, and I focus on fairy tale land. I don't focus on the fact that I can just drop dead any minute. I can have a heart attack. I can, get diabetes. I can die in my sleep. I could have sleep apnea. I forget these things because I don't think about them. And I feel like I need to think about those things more. I know that sounds crazy because I want just positivity in my life, but why don't I care? The question that I am getting is, how am I going to be losing weight this year? What am I going to be doing? Hi. Y'all fell for me. So we're just going to be keeping it super simple, and I'm going to be kind of going at this whole weight loss thing in phases. So we are currently on phase 1, which is going to consist of 2,000 calories a day, which I will be logging on MyFitnessPal. And if you guys want to, you can add me on there. The link is down below. So you just click it, create a profile, add me, girls or boys. In phase 1, I'm going to be moving more. I want to teach myself to get up and stop sitting in bed all day, because I went through a very big funk where that is what I did, but no longer. I'm going to be drinking lots of water. I'm going to keep my mind frame very, very positive. That's very important. And I need to keep reminding myself not to give up, and that if I trust the process and keep up with consistency, I will lose weight and I will be successful.
And here are some Q&As, collections of Instagram Q&As that are confusing and inconsistent to me. Of course, just my opinion. Please don't sue me. Somebody asked, why did you say I try to do something nice, or a P.O. box? Getting people sent you gifts is nice. And she says, nice for my channel. Something fun and different for my channel. A way to connect. That's all I meant. Yeah, no, I think she thinks she's doing us a favor by receiving gifts from the audience. Why do you keep saying you were doing all the doctor's advice when you actually gained 15 pounds? She says she didn't. She says she didn't, okay? Wait, no, but you were 508 in February, and now you're up to 523. You can't say you didn't gain. I did not gain. I use their scale to keep track of the weight loss. They see and they are tracking. They don't care about what my scale says, just that it should be. From time I saw them and from now, I have lost weight. So you did gain, but you lost it again. So you gained, you fucking liar. The whole conversation is only happening because people want to catch me in a lie or make it seem like I've made less progress than I truly have. If you haven't binged since 2019, can you address your relapse, painful TikTok? Because I chose my addiction. I've recently learned that I've confused a food addiction and binge eating. Perhaps because you self-diagnosed yourself and now undiagnosed yourself, and so who knows? How often are you eating out nowadays? I'm not at all. I don't at all believe you. Have you ever considered hiring an editor to help you put out content more frequently? I upload every other day, so frequency is perfect for me. I also love editing, and I don't have a problem doing it. So the answer is no. Except for your edits are absolutely terrible and lazy, so I don't know. How does one ask about the Binge Monster without being hateful? There's absolutely no need to bring up the Binge Monster. Simply ask if I still have binge or if I have an update on that diagnosis, which I do, and I uploaded that as my last video. Bringing up the Binge Monster has always just been a way for people to ridicule me, make fun of me, and act like a better person than I am. I don't feel so personally. Now, opinion from the quirky coming here. You just want to avoid the accountability of being an absolute shithead to Becky. I made a whole video of how absolutely mean you were over food and then excused it as the Binge Monster. That's why people are asking. That's why people want to know. You're so full of it. Gosh darn it. Why haven't you lost weight on a weight loss surgery program? Because that's not what they cared about. They care about me going to therapy and working on my food issues. Weight loss comes next. And I don't know how weight loss programs work, but like if you're trying to get surgery, wouldn't you want to try a little bit? So not eat 6,000 calories, but maybe like 4,500 calories instead. Wouldn't you just want to do that? Even if they don't need you to lose weight technically? Wouldn't it be safer, much safer, to lose some weight at least? Don't you find that a bit odd that your therapist undiagnosed you with bed in only 2 appointments? I was misdiagnosed with a knowing a therapist for no longer than 10 minutes, so no, not at all. I was told by 2 psychologists in a row during this weight loss journey that I do not have binge eating. I'm officially done answering questions about eating disorders because it's triggering as fuck to me when it comes to my food addiction. Shit, like this wouldn't be allowed if I was any other YouTuber. And this is the last super confusing one to me. So you weren't diagnosed with OCD, OCPD as a teenager? OCD, yes, but that was almost 2 decades ago. My recent diagnosis was a year ago. Why do you use the term OCD so lightly, coming from somebody who actually has it? I was diagnosed with OCD a few years ago. And so this cycle just continues. I cannot keep up with her diagnoses anymore. I have no idea what she has, what she doesn't have, what is convenient at the moment, and what is no longer. It's difficult to say.
If I wanted more money, I'd be making move bombs, honey.
You are a disrespectful